You're watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Dan Crume. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media.
Hey folks, this is Barry Williams with Coach's Corner, and I'm out here today with Dan Crume, head coach of the Apollo Eagles. Dan, Friday night, come and gone, played Catholic High. Why don't you talk to us about that game and kind of tell us what positives you came out of that game with?
Well, one of the positives that came out of the game was we came out and we started out really well. We came out and we really kind of were in tune and in sync of what was going on and what was happening and taking place, and so we really had, we're kind of the momentum, and then, there towards second half we kind of lost second half, and late second quarter we started losing the momentum a little bit, and Catholic started moving it on us a little bit, and so we kind of lost that big mo that you always talk about, and we just didn't really do a good job of grasping and getting it back. So we felt like we had a lot of momentum, especially early on, until late in that second quarter, and then we kind of lost the grasp of the momentum, and it just kind of snowballed on us from there.
What standouts did you have?
Well, I thought Adonis Hudson played really well. He played really hard the whole game. He played a lot on both sides of the ball, and he played special teams. And I think Adonis was really one of our bright, shining spots. We had a lot of young kids that stepped up, and that was a bright spot for us too as well. We had a lot of young kids that stepped up and played extremely, played well for us and played hard for us. R.T. Sutherland was another standout. He really stepped up and did a nice job for us, and played hard the whole game. And he really to me did a nice job. And I think for the most part, Dalton Unweiler was one that also stepped up and played well for us.
Okay. Well, this week's practice, what areas are you focusing on? Well,
the big thing that we got to regroup a little bit, because we did kind of get late in the game. We kind of started getting our tails whipped a little bit, so we got to regroup a little bit on the mental side of it and the mental toughness and the physical part of it, and get back into the swing of things with that. And then just come back and focus on executing, especially as we start to get a little bit of fatigue and tired, and emphasize the importance of executing late in the half and late in the quarter, and those would be our two big areas we look at.
Folks, we'll be back in just one moment. Stay tuned.
Put him in a chokehold, Bobby.
Elbow drop him, Bobby.
I'm back-breaking Bobby Wilson, and I'm slamming high prices.
Now Bobby's slamming high prices on both sides of the river. At Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings new Evansville store, you'll find the same quality furniture at low warehouse prices.
I'm slamming high prices.
Bobby Wilson's Home Furnishings on 9th Street between J.R. Miller and Triplett in Owensboro, and now on North Main at Columbia in Evansville.
Hi, this is Duke Brubaker from Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda. We're proud to be the sponsor of the Coach's Corner. Visit our website at championowensboro.com. 2013 Lincoln MKZ Demo Special, $44,775 MSRP, on sale $41,888. Save up to $6,000 on 2014 Ford Tauruses during Champion's Summer Spectacular. Those are our two Coach's Corner specials this week. Visit our website at championowensboro.com for a great lineup of new and used vehicles. How are you going to beat that?
Watching Coach Crume Show on City County Sports.
We're back on Coach's Corner. I'm Barry Williams, and we're here with Coach Dan Crume, head coach of the Apollo Eagles. I don't know how to say it, but it was just hot. All summer long, it's been nice and cool when you get out here and practice. turned out hot and humid Friday night. How did that affect your guys?
Well, not being used to the heat had an effect on us. That's just one of those things you got to mentally overcome, and that's part of the mental part of the game is overcoming that type of heat and humidity. And it's just you don't know, especially in Kentucky this time of year, you just don't know what you're going to get weather-wise. Like you said, we've had beautiful weather up until this point. It's been nice. It's been cool. We've had great practice weather, and then all of a sudden Friday it just turned off and got blistering hot and humid. And it's just one of those things mentally you've got to overcome. You can't focus on that. You got to focus on getting the job done and getting taking care of business, and that's what we got to really focus on and take care of.
Well, Friday night, OHS. How do you prepare for Owensboro?
Well, they're a good football team. They made a nice run last year. They're very well coached. They were very well coached in all three phases of the game. They're a fast team, and so the big thing that we've got to focus on is not letting them get out in space and use the speed to get out in space and use that speed. So that's going to be a critical area for us. It's going to be another tough game for us. We start out in these first two games, and it's Catholic was a really good football team, and they're a really quality team and very well coached. And we got another one this week that's a very good football team and well coached. So we just got to be ready to play. Big thing is put together 48 minutes of football, and that's kind of where we got to focus on and get taken care of.
Now, coaching, you have to move where the positions are. So I know you've been head coach here for 2 years. Where else have you been?
I've been pretty fortunate because of the places that I have been in. I actually started out coaching high school football when I was in college, and so I spent 3 years coaching there in high school when I was in college. So I was pretty fortunate, and I got to work with some really quality people. I spent 2 years with Kevin Wallace when he was out at Warren East, and Kevin does a great job. Of course, it speaks for himself what he's done at Bowling Green. And then I was with Joe Hood for a year, and that was with Joe Hood, he really taught me a lot. And then I was at Hancock County for a few years, and the guy I worked with there was a quality individual. And then I went to Davis County, and I was out there for several years as well. So, and then I went and was head coach at Ohio County for 6 years. And so I've been fortunate because I really haven't had to make any big major moves. But on the flip side of it, it's you're kind of in the same area and you kind of get to see the same thing, and so that kind of gives you a familiarity with it all too. So I've been in one aspect I've been fortunate because a lot of times in the coaching business you end up getting having to move around a lot, and when you move around a lot you make big moves, and sometimes that can take a toll on a family. And so I've been pretty fortunate. My wife's got a great career and she's a very supportive wife, and I'm very appreciative of that. But I'm also fortunate not just to have her and my two kids, but my parents also are very supportive of me, so it's good. They're right here with us too, so I'm fortunate to have that support system that really backs me and supports me and takes care of me and loves me.
Well, there you have it, friends. Another episode of Coach's Corner with Dan Crume. This is Barry Williams on City County Sports.
You've been watching City County Sports, the Coach's Corner with Dan Crume. Brought to you by Bobby Wilson Home Furnishings, Penn Station East Coast Subs, Champion Ford Lincoln Mazda, and Via Media. If you'd like to be a business sponsor of City County Sports Coach's Corner and show your school colors, call Via Media at 683-1094. What's better than being in the game? Being part of the game. Did you know your business can be a local broadcast sponsor of high-profile sporting events on cable television? Sports like Major League Baseball, NBA, NFL, and NASCAR. Not only will you be a visible sponsor, but you will also brand your business with top cable networks like ESPN, Fox Sports, and TNT. Call Via Media today and ask for Rod Wilkerson, the sports guru, to coach your business to the top of the standings.